We all know about the Apple Vision Pro, and we all know that there has been a lot of struggles with this product. Now in today's video, we'll be covering everything you need to know about the Apple Vision Pro and what future it holds, especially since there are a lot of talks of it basically being cut from production and just not a lot of success of this new Apple product. So first, let's actually talk about the actual Vision Pro, because let's be honest, it does have a lot of good specs to it. I mean, it's very impressive of what it can do, and the amount of power it does have is basically more than what most VR headsets on the market have, especially compared to the Meta Quest 3. Now, all of this sounds amazing and has all these amazing features, but there's one thing that really made a lot of users a little bit more concerned and not really wanting to go for this device at all. And that is the price. Because of course, for most that do not know, when they announced this at the event, this was what people reacted to.
Apple Vision Pro starts at $34.99. It will be available early next year on Apple.
And that's correct, the Apple Vision Pro was starting at a price of $3,499, which I still remember watching the event and I was still shocked at how expensive this is. The basic comparison is to say that you can basically get a second-hand car that is pretty good for the same price as the Vision Pro. Or you can even go for a MacBook Pro, including an iPhone 16 Pro. It's just insane that they made this such an expensive product and it doesn't have a lot of stuff. Now the reason why I say that is because of course it's one thing to have a product, it's another to have support with the product. And sure, there are some good apps to use with the Apple Vision Pro, it's just there's not a lot compared to the likes of Meta with their own store. But what can Apple do to actually revive the Vision Pro? Because let's be honest, there's been a lot of articles and a lot of people still saying that they could be discontinuing this device. And from what I've seen so far, it actually is far from what people were expecting for this device to be discontinued. Now sure, they are cutting back some with the production. They are actually working on a cheaper version, especially for the Vision Pro. And this actually could be something that a lot of people might enjoy, is if they do make the second version to be a lot more cheaper. And it's basically the same situation as what happened with the AirPods, because I actually have the first generation AirPods and those were pretty terrible. But when they released a second product, it was full of better quality and just made it a lot more better. This is something that most people keep on forgetting. It's the very first edition of this type of product with Apple themselves. Now besides them actually making a second version of the Vision Pro, which could be a lot cheaper, which I hope is at least below $2,000, which could make people go for it more. But we also have the talks of them actually making smart glasses. Now we all know that basically recently Meta has announced that they are currently working on a Ray-Ban type of smart glasses, which is actually very impressive. And the fact that they are currently working on it and they are getting closer to the point of basically releasing this product, which obviously what I'm showing right now is still the prototype, we could see a future with smart glasses. And the best way to obviously say it is basically rich people look like they are Tony Stark. But if Apple is actually going to be making these smart glasses, which is actually what people originally thought they were going to be doing with their very first AR experience, this could also bring a lot more users. And I would actually want to see how they're going to be doing these smart glasses. Because of course, for most that do not know, it took Meta a long time to actually make and to invent these new components for these smart glasses. But let me know in the comments below, do you think the Apple Vision Pro can be revived with a cheaper version of the Vision Pro 2? And do you think it will be a smart idea for Apple to make AR glasses / smart glasses? And do you think those smart glasses will be expensive, or do you think they'll be cheaper? But let me know in the comments below. See you guys next video. Be safe as always and have a great day.